welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a different video. It's one that's a little bit more negative, and I know no one wants negativity on YouTube, but sometimes I feel like some of this stuff needs to be said in order to kind of change and like reevaluate the way I see certain activities, certain people, certain channels on YouTube. And I feel like sometimes, here we go. There's my lights. Forgot second lights turn on. But I feel like it sometimes needs to be said in order to make myself more aware, as well as to educate others on exactly what my opinions are. These are just my opinions. If you happen to love any of the people I'm going to talk about today, though I may not mention names, I don't know yet if I'm going to or not, but over the course of the video I may mention names. If you love them, great. If you don't, I mean, great. Everyone has an opinion, and these are just my opinions on these issues that have come up over the course of the time that I've been on YouTube and the time that I've been watching YouTube. So this whole video is gonna be on things beauty gurus do that bug me, annoy me, disappoint me, make me angry, just generally. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. The first thing I want to talk about has been going on, and I've noticed it's been going on. Now, this may not be true, but I feel like it's a pretty big coincidence when this happens. That's Solomon, that's my kitten. He's meowing. I find it's a pretty big coincidence that this has happened over and over and over again. And then poof, once it happens, it's gone again. So it really confuses me, and I don't like it. And I feel like it's very much the norm at this point. So the first thing I want to talk about is that there are beauty gurus on YouTube that will cause drama right before they release a product. And the one person I can, I mean, there's a few people I can think of that do this. They'll have a product that is launching a certain date, and in the weeks leading up, or days or weeks leading up to it, he really wants to go outside and he's not allowed. Solomon. And the days or weeks leading up to that launch, they'll cause a boatload of drama by just calling people out and insulting them. And I find that to me it works, because obviously it does, because the stuff sells out immediately anyways. But to me, there are better ways to do it. And I feel like starting drama in order to promote a new launch isn't the best way to go about it. If your launch is a good product, you shouldn't have to cause any drama whatsoever. It should speak for itself, right? Like, that really bugs me a lot. The second thing I want to talk about is kind of another person. I don't watch any people, like, there are some people that I watch who have done this, who are still doing this, and I take everything they kind of say with a grain of salt, and I feel like that really need to be, he's very mad. I feel like you have to take all their opinions with a grain of salt, because they're either only putting out positive reviews, and some of them will only put out positive reviews because they don't want to ever have the negativity of a negative review on YouTube. But I find like it's more educational to have a negative review or a pro and con review that's kind of equal on both sides than there is just straight up positive reviews. Because it's really no help to me if all you're putting out is positive reviews even though the product's crap, or you're not putting out a review at all because you don't like a certain product. And I know there's like rumors going around that people will do this and stay immensely positive about certain products in order to stay on PR lists, because if you say one bad thing about a product, instead of taking that and saying, well, we'll fix it for next time, companies will remove you from the PR list and never send you anything again. And that frustrates me, because I'm like, companies should, oh my gosh, I got something in my eye. Companies should want to know when a product isn't performing the way it should and the way they're marketing it. And I get it, marketing isn't completely accurate a lot of the time, but I feel like if they're marketing it as like the best thing ever and it doesn't come out as the best thing ever, they should take that and be like, all right, the next batch we put out, we'll change this around and re-release and send it back out, and like make sure that it's done properly the next time, and take that feedback and apply it, essentially. Which frustrates me that there has been a lot of talk in the past of people that I listen to who are like, well, if I get something and I don't like it, I'm just not going to post a review. And I was like, but I want to hear the bad review, because you may have oily skin and you're using something that's dewy made for dry skin that doesn't work for you. But I mean, I'd want to hear what your thoughts negatively are and what your reasons for not liking the product are, because it might be perfect for me. And that's the way I kind of weigh it, is like, don't be positive just because you want to stay on the PR list. Put out a review of something you don't like, or weigh the pros and cons of each product. You know, PR list be darned. The third thing I want to talk about is the amount of decluttering videos. And I know this is like not going to be a popular opinion. The amount of decluttering videos I've seen from people who receive mountains of PR. Like, we're talking drawers full of PR. People are like, I want to test this out. And it's like, you're never going to test out 4 full drawers. Like, we're talking like pieces up to here of 4 drawers filled with product. And they're sitting there saying, I need to test all this. And it's like, but why? Why do you need to test everything? And these companies that are sending out every shade in a range to people when you know full well they're not able to use 99% of the, I got a charger, boys. Sorry about that, I had to plug in my camera because the battery was going on it. So the way I see it on this situation is that, like, decluttering this stuff, like, I mean, you're sending out hundreds of shades of foundation when you know full well that the people you're sending it to aren't going to be able to use 99% of them. But everyone wants to see these swatching videos, and it's like, okay, well then send all of them to one person, have them all swatched, and then send samplings of it, of the shades you think would match the other influencers that you're sending stuff to. Send them what you think would match them, 3 or 4 foundations instead of 50. Because when you're watching these decluttering videos of people who receive mountains of PR on a weekly basis, and they're sitting there saying, oh, I used this once in a video and now I'm gonna get rid of it. Most places won't take, when you want to donate stuff, will not take open products or used products. So you're winding up with these huge amounts of PR and product that is going to waste because you can't use it all. No one person can use the amount of PR I've seen people receive. And I mean, I've been watching Jessica Braun, Jam Beauty 89 lately, and she's been doing some declutters on it. And she's actually asked companies to take her off their PR lists because she just can't use what she's being sent. It's not possible. So she's been like, well, instead of sending it all to me, donate what you're gonna send to me, or just don't send it to me at all and save yourself the money. So the amount of decluttering videos, like, they're not, that amount of products that these declutter videos come in, yeah, it's inspirational when you see it for the first time, until you realize that all of this stuff came to these people in PR, or vast majority of it. So declutter videos are great when they're smaller collections, and when you know they're smaller creators, they don't get as much PR. But when you're looking at these huge amounts of PR declutters, unless they're being asked to be taken off PR lists, it bugs me. I don't enjoy it. It stresses me out, and I'm like, ugh. The fourth thing I want to talk about is, again, kind of related back to like only positive reviews on stuff, is having an unpopular opinion but not saying it, because if you don't have the same popular opinion as everybody else, you get attacked for it. And I've seen this numerous times with numerous products, with people who are, the earliest one I can think of is like the Subculture palette, when Alyssa Ashley released that video where she hated it, but I've seen a lot of, a couple YouTubers say they really loved it, and they were just torn apart by people in the comment sections. And it confuses me, because I'm like, we're all allowed to have an opinion, and hearing 2 opinions that are opposing, and hearing their, oh my gosh, I got an itchy nose. I got cat hair in my nose probably. Hearing 2 people with opposing opinions who explain very well why they like or don't like something, to me is more informational and educational to help me make my decision than it is to have a swath of negative opinions just because they're popular.